In one of my previous videos, I talked to you about Simulator Controller, which is a free telemetry viewer. But if you want to get more functions and if you want to pay a little bit of money, or you could pay a lot, then you have Z1 Dashboard as an alternative. And what makes them unique is there are different things which they have. They have Z1 Dashboard for the dashboards, you have Z1 Analyser for telemetry, and then you have a server thing, which I don't fully understand, and you can also make your own custom dashboard. And today we're going to check out the dashboard and analyzer version. And what I have is the track version. They have a lot of different versions, and I will show you a bit of the differences and talk to you about them a bit later in the video. But first, let's get into Automobilista 2 and let me show you how Z1 Dashboard works. So in the start here, you can see you have some details on today. So you have my name, you have the car, you have what session it is, around what track, what time of day you are, and then you have some other stats. But then if we get into the car, this dashboard comes up and then you can switch different positions. So if we have this one here, you can see like different tire stats. So if we go back to here and then just start our car, you will see that it shows the revs quite easily. But if we drive a little bit, I can talk to you about what the different things are about the different options, because I'm just telling you, I've joined their Discord and I'm quite not quite active, but I listen there. And why I was tempted to buy Z1 Dashboard was due to them having a lot of different neat features in the analyzer. Like they have a certain AI coach which will help you gain time through different corners, which can be good for you if you're wanting to learn the racing line, which they have help for you about. And then they have different tiers of subscription, which I'll get into when I show you that on their website. But there they have certain things. Subscription. They have like a starter one, which costs $25. Then you have Track, which is what I use, which costs $100, but I got it for 50% off due to them having a campaign on. And then there is a Pro, I think, which either costs $150 or $200, and then I don't remember which one, but they have a $150 one and a $200 one. But their website is very odd, because if you go and press one of the links and go to Z1 Dashboard, it says, oh, the prices and everything are a certain for, yeah, that I can talk about first, which is that they have a subscription model for their major updates, if I understand, because they have like minor bug fixes and similar things, which they come out with now and then they have major ones which they release 4 of each year. And if you want to buy an individual update, it will cost you, and that's, I think it is like $50 or something, but that gets into the issue, because if you check one part of the website, it says one thing, but then if you check another one, it says a different thing. So you have to really just try and understand, because I have no idea. And I don't know if you can try and get away with just getting the cheaper option. So I'll have I will probably like check it out. Then I can post it in my comments if people are interested. So I think it was like $5 or roughly that amount per year for a subscription. I think it is a bit more expensive for a more expensive version. But then you also have, I think it costs like $50 per update if you don't have the subscription model. And if the most expensive updates cost, or the big ones cost, and the bug fixes are for free, then I don't fully understand why they have the subscription model. Because that just, to me, makes it so they just gain extra money for people who are not complaining. And when you buy it, it's automatically chosen. You'll have to check that. But if I may have noticed a little loophole in what they are talking about, because if the updates, they have said updates bringing out certain times, if you just get a 1 month subscription for when the updates arrive, then you get them for a lot cheaper, which is a bit odd in my opinion. Because then why not just like don't say when they come out, and then you just, yeah, it's just very odd for me. But if you're wondering, yes, if you're wondering why I'm not using SimHub like my usual videos, and that is due to the dashboard, but will I be using SimHub in the future? And the answer to that question is yes, because Z1 dashboard, obviously, you can have. It's nothing. It's what you must have on for it to log data, and so you can use Z1 Analyser. So what you want to do, or what I do, is that I have Z1 dashboard on in the background, just powering on, and then logging the data, and then you have SimHub on just showing and displaying things. Because what I prefer with SimHub is that they show a lot more data. They have a lot more custom dashboards, and they also have overlays, so you can easily see a lot more things than just with the dashboard, which in my opinion is a lot more interesting. So after this lap, I think we'll do one more lap, and then let's hop into Z1 dashboard or Z1 dashboard and see how, or Z1 Analyzer actually, and see how it looks. Let's try and do a clean lap. Well, my plan didn't work out, but let's head into Z1 Analyzer and see how good my 2 laps were where I didn't make so many mistakes. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you straight up why we're viewing Long Beach is because it seemed like it had some issues recording my lap. But let's get into it. So here we have Z1 Analyzer, so you can analyze all of the different things. So if we have here, you have the file, you have lap, you have analysis. So here you can have the Trackwalk, which allows you to view detailed information about each turn, and then you can check different things about how the track looks. And then you can have the driving instructor, which analyzes your lap, and then obviously it says insufficient data. But here you can check how the different things look, and probably because it didn't record the lap, what circuit I am on, it doesn't show those things. So you probably have to just check them, drive a bit more. It's a thing you'll have to review. But here you have some interesting things which I'm not fully sure if second monitor has. But here you can see, and you can have these speeds. You have like here when I'm starting to brake, where I reach my slowest point, it seems like. So you can see here I reach it like a bit after the apex, and then you have braking point, lowest, and that could be very interesting for you to compare. Then we have brake points. So you can see here when I start to brake, braking for a few minutes, time on brake, and then you can see those stats, and you have all of these on different things. So like a thing which you can see is ride heights. So I think it is the red shows the closer you are if you're reaching the ground, touching the ground. So you can see here I'm touching the ground very short spurts, so probably just here because there's like a curve which is quite high. Probably I leaned it with one side and pushed down the other, which meant I touched the ground quite quickly. You can see here you have all of the different things. They can display, show track map you have there, and then you have data channels. So you can have with this vision, you can have math channels and custom channels, so you can show custom data. But what do we have here? I've not seen these. So what if we have Trackwalk? So it shows you different things. So here you have traces, where you can see what you are doing. So you have basic traces 1, basic traces 2. And you see here, and you can zoom in into different parts of the circuit. How do I go? Leave. Okay. What happens if I just press basic traces 2 again? Okay. Then get back to 1, and then get back to 2. Okay, so it's just zoomed into that specific part of the circuit. Apparently. Okay. I don't know what's fully happening, but yeah, I'm quite new to this software, but this just shows you how confusing maybe the UI is, in my opinion. So here you have license private term, use only track. They have data to the new scatter plot. So you have RPM versus speed. So if we check like 6 gears, you can see here you have different stats. Maybe if we add for 7, okay, it doesn't show fully. Then you have histograms, which is what a lot of people like to look at. So you have shock absorbers here. So you can view them and see how well the histogram looks. So how much like a bell curve it is. And then you obviously have the here YouTube data, which tells you different things. Look, Trackwalks, iRacing only. Only so that is why I couldn't view it. But then if we check it, telemetry, and then it shows, so it has very good help for them things, which is very good for beginners like me to the software to know what I am actually doing. But let's get onto their website and let me talk to you about what I'm saying. So here we have the comparison. So the big things I would say for you may be most interested in standard or track. So you have histograms of average of all laps. Like these custom channels you don't get for the cheapest option. You don't get sectors, record data from live telemetry, or to create track maps from live telemetry, import CIC, all of these. They have Z1 lap analysis, which doesn't show you, which isn't things, but I have to analyze what games actually allow this, because that could be a bit of a deal breaker. Check here. They have all of the games it's fully compatible with. And external data, so if you're going to use like go on the track or something, you can have that. But let me just show you. If you wanna go here, try buy. You have the Z1 track here, $100. You have here $5 a month. Z1 software subscription for further updates. You may opt out and purchase individual updates at $49 each. But there was somewhere where was it? It was it here? No, it wasn't, but it was somewhere where I actually got to see how often. Yeah, here. The 4 major updates each year. These are published at the end of March, June, September, and December. Your initial purchase includes any major updates that come out within a month of your purchase date. There will also be minor updates come out during this year. These would consist of bug fixes only. These are free if you already have the associated major version. So if you released update version 2020.2.1, then you will be free for current versions of 2020.2.x. It will not be free for previous major versions such as 2020.1 or 4.20, etc. So that is the interesting thing. So if you can just turn off and on your subscription all the time, you can just for $5 just get an update. So it's like I don't fully understand what they mean by the single update price, because if it's then you can just stop and start your subscription all the time. They might have some limits on it. Hopefully they do, but if they don't, you can fully utilize it and just use it. So that's what I'm telling you. But the thing you have to also think about is if you have a subscription going along for all the time, if we zoom in a bit, here, upgrade this is a thing I didn't tell you. You can upgrade if you buy the standard, you can upgrade to the track and to the pro. But if you check the single update price here, it's $49. They can year of updates, $53.89 a year. So you're basically saving like $4 if you just buy a single major update. But what I think is that the major updates, if you just buy, obviously they say you can't have previous versions, but you could just buy the subscription and then you can just, get it. But I'm interested. I'll have to check that myself, but here you have all of the information for you. So, after looking at this, would I recommend it? Well, I bought it myself, and if you're really trying to get quicker, I would really recommend this because it shows you quite a lot of things. But if you want to buy this solely for setting up cars, you should also have second monitor, because that also shows you or more in-depth telemetry about what the car is doing. So if you want to just check your driving skills and everything, you can view it in Analyser. But if you want to do setups, use Motec or second monitor or other free versions of similar software. So that's what I recommend to you. Buy this if you want to get a bit more serious and get to become quicker, easier. So that's what I recommend for you. But what do you think? Comment down below. And once you're done there, please hit the like button and subscribe. My next video, we'll see what happens. It might be actually on some mods to Automobilista 2, because they have heard that they're going to release an IndyCar Speedway version. And as you may know, I'm a European, and I don't race. I've not raced ovals, and I don't have iRacing, so I've not been able to race them there. And I have our Factor 2, but I'm definitely not going to invest some more money there because their stock motorsport games is going. But until then, I've been Racing Legend. You've been my Mesias. Thank you for watching. Good. Bye.